This is Virgin Voyages Brilliant Lady, a ship designed for adults only, where dining, dancing and well-being are the stars of the show. Virgin Voyages Brilliant Lady, the 4th ship in the fleet, and the one that's been wrapped in the most mystery. She hasn't even entered service yet, but already she's got a reputation for doing things her own way. In this video, we'll cover cabins, dining, nightlife, entertainment and more, so you get a real sense of what this ship will feel like once you start sailing next month. Hi, I'm Peter from Cruise Family, and this is your real-life guided look around Brilliant Lady.
Cruise Family!
There are so many different places to eat on this ship, over 20 in fact, and they're all included. Instead of doing one big food section, we're going to drop in the main restaurants throughout this guide to give you a proper look at each one. The Social Heart. Most ships have a big open multi-storey atrium, but Brilliant Lady is a bit different. The design here feels more layered and intimate. You spend a lot of your time moving through an area on deck 7 they call the roundabout. On the other Virgin ships, people have said the central hub can feel a bit blocked off, but here they've clearly listened to that feedback. They've removed some walls and a big red table that used to be in the middle, and the result is a space that feels much more open and bright. It really improves the flow, making it easier to see where you're going, and creating a more functional social hub. It's not a grand formal space with a big chandelier, it's more of a stylish crossroads with lots of comfortable low-slung heating. People are just dotted about having a coffee, waiting for friends, or just watching the world go by. There's a lot of polished chrome, deep reds and moody lighting that changes throughout the day. During daytime hours it's quite calm and with a chilled out soundtrack playing, but you can tell it's designed to come alive at night when the lights go down and the energy picks up. Next door is the Groupie, where you can book out a private karaoke booth with your friends. Great idea for later in the evening. Looming over the area is the entrance to the Manor. It's quite a dramatic entrance, all mirrors and thousands of lights creating an infinity effect. It's named after Richard Branson's first music studio. During the day it's usually quiet, but at night this becomes a 2-storey nightclub that also doubles as a major venue for cabaret shows and theme parties later on. It's a proper purpose-built venue, not just a converted lounge, which makes a big difference to the quality of the shows. If you head down the sweeping staircase from the roundabout, deck 6 is where you'll find more of the bars in the ship's casino. The lounges here feel very distinct. Sip is the ship's dedicated champagne lounge. It's quite chic, and lots of metallic colours, plush curved seating, and a long elegant bar. It's definitely positioned as a spot for a special pre-dinner drink. A few steps away you've got the Loose Cannon, which has a completely different feel. It's modelled on an old seaside pub with lots of wood panelling, brass fittings and nautical bits and pieces on the walls. They do quizzes and pub games in here and it feels much more casual and sociable. The whole area across these 2 decks is designed so you can move from one atmosphere to another really easily. You can have a quiet, sophisticated drink, or find something a bit more lively, or see a show. It's all very connected. The Wake. Right, after all that walking, it's probably time to think about food. Let's start with the first of our restaurant deep dives. We're heading to the very back of the ship to The Wake. This is Virgin's take on a classic steakhouse and seafood chop house, but with a very modern, glamorous twist. The entrance is at the top of a grand sweeping staircase, so it immediately feels like an event. As you walk down, the room opens up into a 2-storey space with enormous floor-to-ceiling windows that look out over the ship's wake. The view is absolutely the main feature here, and it's stunning. The decor is very mid-century modern, with lots of polished wood, brass accents, and deep teal velvets. It feels like a classic Hollywood supper club. During the day, the light just pours in, making it a popular spot for brunch. In the evening, when it's dark outside and the lights are low, it becomes a much more intimate and sophisticated space. It's probably the most formal feeling of all the restaurants on board, although there is no strict dress code. People just tend to dress up a little bit more to come here. The menu is what you'd expect from a top-end steakhouse. a raw bar, a selection of different cuts of steak, grilled fish and classic sides. It's a place that feels special, perfect for the first or last night of your cruise. The main pool deck. From the glamour of the wake, let's head up to the open air on deck 15. This is where you'll find the main pool, which Virgin calls the Aquatic Club. This really is the social heart of the ship during the day. The first thing you'll notice is that it's a very chic space. The pool itself isn't massive, you won't be swimming serious laps in it, but it's a stylish centrepiece surrounded by an impressive amount of different types of seating. There are standard sun lounges of course, but also day beds perfect for a couple and oversized cabanas you can relax in. This is also where the main pool parties happen, like the signature Scarlet Night celebration, where the whole area is transformed into an outdoor nightclub. There's a second smaller circular pool here as well, called the Wellbeing Pool, which tends to be a bit quieter. But quiet isn't really the main vibe here. The music is on all day, often with a live DJ playing chilled out house music that gradually gets more upbeat as the afternoon goes on. It's a buzzy social spot and it gets busy quickly on a sea day. Pink Agave. From the busy sun-drenched pool deck, we're heading inside for our next restaurant stop. This is Pink Agave and is a complete change of pace and atmosphere. Virgin describes this as an elevated Mexican restaurant, and the experience is a long way from a high street Tex-Mex place. The entrance is through a dramatic arched corridor of blue light, which opens into a dark, vibrant room. The decor is all dark woods, plush blue and pink velvets, and low atmospheric lighting. It's very much an evening venue. The concept here is all about sharing. The menu features authentic regional Mexican dishes, and you're encouraged to order a selection of smaller plates for the table rather than a traditional starter and main course. It makes for a very social and interactive meal. The bar is a major feature of the room, and it boasts the largest collection of tequila and mezcal at sea. The staff are really knowledgeable and can recommend drinks to go with your food. The atmosphere is loud and buzzy. The music is upbeat, the tables are quite close together, and it's always full of groups laughing and talking. It's a fun, high-energy dining room, perfect for a meal with friends before heading out to one of the shows. Upper decks and quiet spaces. While the main pool on deck 15 is the centre of the action, if you're looking for somewhere a bit calmer, you just need to head up a level. On deck 16 you'll find the Sun Club, which is a large area dedicated to sunbathing and relaxing. There's another bar up here and the casual Sun Club cafe for poke bowls, but the main purpose is just to provide more space to spread out. There are also 10 private cabanas here which you can rent for the day if you want your own private space. Right at the front of the ship on this deck is Richard's Rooftop. This is a private members only style sun deck that's exclusively for guests staying in the suites. It's a beautiful, quiet oasis with its own dedicated bar, a hot tub, and some of the best forward-facing views on the entire ship. It's a significant perk for booking a suite. What's really different about this ship is how much fitness they've integrated into the outdoor space. Also on deck 16 is the Athletic Club, which looks like an adult outdoor playground. There's a full-size boxing ring, gymnastics style equipment like pommel horses, and an area called the training camp, which is used for group fitness class like high intensity interval workouts. It's an unusual thing to see on a cruise ship, but people are definitely using it. Right at the very top, encircling deck 17, is the signature red jogging track, which they call the runway. It's a halo-like track that offers completely uninterrupted panoramic ocean views while you're running or walking. For a completely different outdoor vibe, you can head all the way down to the back of deck 7 to find the dock. This is a lovely chilled out lounge with a Mediterranean beach club feel. It's filled with plush daybeds and comfortable outdoor sofas, surrounded by greenery. It's a fantastic spot to come for a quiet drink and some light bites whilst watching the wake stretch out behind the ship. High above it all, on deck 17, is the Perch, a secluded circular space designed specifically for sunrise and sunset yoga sessions. Extra Virgin. From the open air, let's head to somewhere a bit more intimate for our next meal. This is Extra Virgin, the ship's Italian restaurant. Virgin calls it a stylish trattoria, and that's exactly what it feels like. It has the warm, welcoming atmosphere of a neighbourhood Italian, but with a very contemporary design. The space is filled with comfortable booths and marble-topped tables. There's also an open kitchen at the back so you can see the chefs at work. The focus of the menu is on authentic regional dishes from across Italy, with a big emphasis on fresh homemade pasta, which they prepare on board every day. The meal here traditionally starts with a selection of antipasti for the table, followed by pasta, a main course and dessert. It feels like a proper multi-course Italian dinner. There's also a dedicated cheese trolley and affogato cart that comes round to your table for dessert. The atmosphere is relaxed and conversational. It's not as loud as Pink Agave or as formal as the Wake. It's a popular choice for couples or small groups looking for a more traditional leisurely dinner. Entertainment and shows. Entertainment is another area where Virgin tries to do things its own way. There's no single big theatre show that everyone goes to at 7:30 at night. Instead, the whole approach is more like a festival. They have lots of different high quality things happening at the same time in different venues, so you choose what you fancy. You check the app and see there's a cabaret show in one place, a high energy acrobatics show somewhere else, and a themed party kicking off by the pool. The main performance venue is the Red Room. It's a clever space because it's a fully transformable theatre that can be rearranged into different layouts. One night it might be a traditional stage for a musical, the next it might be set up as a runway for a fashion show, or in the round for an acrobatic performance. The ship will host two brand new headline shows. One is called Red Hot, a musical revue that celebrates 5 decades of the Virgin Records music catalogue. Another is Out of Time, a sci-fi comedy production. They are also bringing back a fan favourite from the other ships, Dual Reality, which is a critically acclaimed, artful retelling of Romeo and Juliet told entirely through competitive acrobatics. The nightclub we saw earlier, the Manor, is also a key entertainment space. On Brilliant Lady, it's been elevated to a premier cabaret and supper club space, hosting 4 different immersive shows. These include Up With a Twist, a 1920s inspired supper club experience, and Murder in the Manor, an interactive musical murder mystery where the audience helps solve the crime. There's also Duets, a live music show with jazz-infused arrangements of classic songs, and a new country-themed drag show called The Diva Goes West. Later at night, the ship is home to big themed parties. There's the world-famous ship-wide Scarlet Night, where everyone dresses in red and the night accumulates in a massive party around the pool. Brilliant Lady will also debut 2 new parties in the Manor. Electric is a neon glow party where the club is bathed in UV light, and Disco Reimagined is an immersive 90-minute disco party that channels the spirit of Studio 54. Alongside all of these big productions, the daily schedule is packed with smaller activities like clever trivia and game shows, and hands-on classes like cocktail making or sushi rolling. Gunbae. Keeping with that high energy theme from the entertainment, the next restaurant is probably the loudest and most social on the ship. This is Gunbae, a Korean barbecue restaurant. If you want a quiet romantic meal, this is not the place to come. But if you want fun, interactive night out, it's perfect. The first thing you see is that every table has a circular flameless grill built into the centre. The main part of the experience is that you, or rather your waiter, grills the meat and vegetables right at your table. The room is noisy and filled with steam and delicious smells. It's a very communal experience, as you often share a large table with another couple or group. The meal here is a set menu, and it always kicks off the same way. The waiter brings a complimentary round of soju, a Korean spirit, and gets the whole table to play a drinking game. It's a really effective way to break the ice and get everyone chatting. After that, course after course of Korean appetizers, rice and different meats and seafood for grilling are brought to the table. The atmosphere is boisterous and fun from start to finish. It's definitely one to book with a group of friends. wellness and fitness. If all that socialising and entertainment gets a bit much, there are plenty of spaces designed for quiet time and wellness. The main spa is called Redemption, and it's located on deck 5. The highlight and centrepiece is the thermal suite. It's a beautiful modern space designed as an aquatic playground. Inside, you'll find a large hydrotherapy pool, a sauna, a steam room, a salt room, and even a mud room where you can apply a detoxifying mud mask. There are also heated marble hammam benches that are incredibly relaxing. Access to this area is complimentary for guests in the top mega rockstar quarters. All other guests can buy a spa pass for the day or for their whole voyage. Elsewhere on the ship for beauty and wellness, there is also the dry dock salon for hair services, the stubble and groom barbershop, and the tune-up, which is a salon for manicures, pedicures and medi-spa treatments. The ship even has its own tattoo parlour. The indoor gym, B Complex, is up on deck 15, and it's a seriously impressive space. It's filled with one of the top-of-the-line techno gym equipment and is split into 2 distinct halves. One side, called Burn and Bike, is dedicated to cardio, with long rows of treadmills and ellipticals, plus a separate darkened spin studio. The other side, Build and Balance, has all the resistance machines, an extensive free weights area, and a space for yoga and stretching. The whole complex is lined with floor-to-ceiling windows, so you're always looking out at the ocean while you work out. The test kitchen. From the sleek modern design of the spa and gym, we're going to a restaurant that feels just as clean and scientific. This is the test kitchen. It's described as an experimental laboratory-like eatery, and that's not an exaggeration. The entrance is a hallway that looks like it belongs to a spaceship. The restaurant itself is stark and minimalist, with bright lighting, metallic surfaces, and staff who look a bit like scientists. There's no menu to choose from here. Instead, the experience is built around an avant-garde 6-course tasting menu that changes seasonally. When you sit down, you're simply presented with a list of the main ingredients you'll be having that evening, like mushroom, eggs, scallops, venison, blue cheese. You don't know how they'll be prepared or presented. Each course that comes out is a small, artfully constructed plate that often plays with textures and temperatures. This is a restaurant that is as much about the experience and the show as it is about the food itself. It's designed for adventurous eaters who are happy to put themselves in the chef's hands and be surprised. The atmosphere is hushed and focused as diners concentrate on the unusual dishes in front of them. It's a completely unique dining experience at sea, and I had a great time in here. Razzle Dazzle and Rojo. For our final restaurant tour, we're visiting a venue that's actually 2 ideas in one. This is Razzle Dazzle. The core concept for Razzle Dazzle is that its menu is primarily vegetarian focused. The menu is split into 2 sections, the nice menu, which is all vegetarian and vegan, and the naughty menu, where you can choose to add meat or fish to your dishes. It's a clever way to cater to different tastes while still putting creative, plant-based food front and centre. Exclusive to Brilliant Lady, this space will also host a brand new dining concept called Rojo by Razzle Dazzle. In the evenings, part of the restaurant will offer a completely different menu of modern Spanish-inspired tapas and shareable plates. This is the key strategy that gives this new ship its own unique identity, and the news has already generated a significant buzz among people who have sailed with Virgin before. This new Spanish-American brunch and dinner menu also gives people a compelling reason to try this ship, even if they've been on others. Beyond those 6 main restaurants, the ship provides an extensive array of casual and quick service options, all included in the price. The centrepiece of this is the Galley on deck 15, a modern food hall that serves as the replacement for the traditional cruise buffet. It features a variety of distinctive food truck style stations. You can get tacos from a dedicated taco shack, ramen from a noodle bar, or fresh bento boxes from a sushi bar. Other popular venues are dotted around the ship. The pizza place does excellent made-to-order pizzas with a classic thin crust. Down at the dock house, the outdoor lounge at the back of Deck 7, you can get Mediterranean-inspired meze plates to go with your drinks. And up by the sun deck on Deck 16, the Sun Club Cafe serves Hawaiian-inspired poke balls. You are never more than a few minutes away from a great food option, and none of them cost you anything extra. And let's finish the tour with cabins. The ship has 1,408 cabins in total, and what's impressive is that nearly 80% of them feature a private balcony, which Virgin calls a sea terrace. And the sea terrace cabin is Virgin's signature cabin. A balcony with the iconic red hammock included, mood lighting, a convertible seabed, and tablet-controlled tech make it a playful and modern space. Moving up to the Brilliant Suite. The Brilliant Suite adds space and a rockstar style. A king bed, seating area and peekaboo shower anchor the design. The balcony has a hammock and seating, whilst inside you'll find a stocked bar and a record player. The Posh Suite. The Posh Suite feels like a glamorous apartment. Inside a king bed, separate lounge, record player, bar and bold brass touches. The balcony is almost another room, with loungers, hammocks, couch and a champagne table. The Gorgeous Suite. The Gorgeous Suite balances intimacy with sweet exclusivity. A king bed, Tom Dixon styling, a record player and a peek-a-view shower set the tone. The balcony extends the living room space with hammocks, loungers and tables. Guests also enjoy mega rockstar perks such as Richard's Rooftop. And finally, the Massive Suite, the most extravagant option on board. The Mega Suite combines a vast bedroom, lounge, bar and music corner with floor-to-ceiling windows. Outside, a huge balcony features hammocks, lounges and a private hot tub. This cabin comes complete with priority boarding, personal assistance and exclusive access. This is Virgin Voyages' ultimate at sea indulgence. Is it a good option for a kid-free break? If you're a discerning foodie, an entertainment enthusiast, or someone who likes a vibrant social atmosphere, then it's definitely one to consider. It's definitely not a quiet, sleepy ship. There's always something going on. And the lack of buffet and the need to book restaurants on the app gives the holiday a very different rhythm to a family cruise. It feels much more like you're on a city break, choosing different restaurants and shows each night, which was really fun. You can see how much thought has gone into creating a different kind of experience at sea. It's very focused on giving you the freedom to curate your own schedule and make the holiday your own. And if you want to experience this ship or any of the other 3 Virgin Voyages ship, you should get in touch with me at Cruise Family. Cruise Family is always better value than going direct to the cruise line, plus you get to support my family and this channel. Visit cruisefamily.co.uk/Virgin or click the link in the description.